Okay, we're live. Okay, hi everybody, and welcome to the Happy Oilers Club Compensation Plan Basics. Okay, so we have a great class all prepared for you tonight. We're going to learn all the basics about the compensation plan. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about just how rewarding Sharing Young Living is and how Young Living really rewards us for just sharing what we love. So it's really a win-win-win. Okay, so let's talk first about the ranks. You want to advance the slide there, Jen? Okay, so in the beginning, when you first enroll, you're a distributor. When you enroll as a wholesale member. Okay, you're a distributor, you get your premium starter kit, and you just get started. Now, after you've had your premium starter kit and you're loving your oils, it's pretty inevitable that you're going to open your mouth and tell your friend, your brother, your husband, your mother, whoever you come in contact with that you think would also love this. And then as you share, your sales grow and you become a star. Now, then the next rank after that is senior star, and that's when you're really notice that things are really moving and everything is growing pretty well. And then executive is the next rank, and executive is when we'll go over what is required for all these levels. And then the first real leadership rank in Young Living is called silver, okay? And then after that, that's gold. That's what I am. Jen, you're a silver, and I'm a gold. And then platinum, that's Sue and Nancy are platinums. So that's her upline. And then you are really creating success when you hit diamond, and that's what Jeffrey is. Jeffrey and Gail Lamb both are diamonds in Young Living. And then after that, Crown Diamond, the Royal Crown Diamond. So that's the ranks. So you want to advance the slide there, Jen?
Yeah, I just want to mention really quickly, if you go to happyoilersclub.com and you click on sharing page, at the top you'll see a little tab for sharing, and you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you can see a great disclosure statement that Young Living put out that shows basically how many hours on average people are spending at each rank working to get there and what their average income is. So if you're interested in the different ranks, you can go to that page. Okay.
And that's just, of course, that's just an average over everyone in Young Living. I found that those numbers didn't really seem to apply to me, but, it kind of gives you a little, an idea, when you're just starting out. Okay, so let's just talk a little bit about terminology. So when we say ER, we're referring to essential rewards, and we'll go over that later. PV refers to personal volume. In other words, product value. That's how much you and any personally enrolled customers purchase. That goes into your PV for that month. And then OGV is your organization group volume. That's your overall group volume for everybody that is in your team, in your group. So how much your network spends, okay, that particular month. And then the PGV, that stands for personal group volume. That's how much your network spends, not including any members that you have who have attained the rank of silver and above. So in my group, for instance, Jen and Stacy are both silver. So my PGV would be my whole group volume minus whatever Jen and Stacy does in their group. Okay? That make sense? Okay. So, Jen, would you explain the levels, what levels mean?
Yeah, so in Young Living, we have different levels. If I sign up someone, they're in my level 1. So here in this diagram, in this PowerPoint, we have Rachel signed up Julie and Beth. they are both Rachel's level 1 people. Then Julie signed up Jen and Joy. So I kind of grouped it up where the whole J's are together. People who begin with the letter J in their name. So level 2 would be Jen and Joy. And if Beth signs up Brenda, then Brenda would be Rachel's level 2 in her organization. So that kind of explains the levels. And then there's another term. Do you have anything to add about that, Peggy?
Not really.
Okay.
And of course, there's level 3 and 4, and it goes on down as you share more. And the people that you've enrolled share.
Yes. So after that, then we talk about legs. So if Rachel signed up Julie, and then Julie signed up Jen and Joyce, then Julie, Jen, and Joyce, everyone who Julie signed up and are underneath her, are all of Rachel's first leg, or one of her legs. Then if Rachel signs up Beth, and Beth then turns around and signs up Brenda, then we have a second leg for Rachel. And you can have as many legs as you want. It can go as wide as you want and as deep as you want. It depends how you structure your organization.
And by wide, Jen, means that's all the people you've enrolled front line. Front line is a term that we use. Those are people who are directly under you on your first level. And you can have as many as you want, although in this present compensation plan, you only need 6 legs for Royal Crown Diamond. Now, that's not to say that you don't want more legs than that, and that they may add ranks now since they have a number of people who have achieved that highest rank. So I say it's good to have 7 or 8, But in the beginning, you probably only have 1 or 2, and then it kind of goes from there. Okay? Okay, so Jen, could you explain to us the difference between enroller and sponsor? I get this question all the time.
Yeah. So the enroller is the person who's going to be doing the enrolling process, the person who really met the new member of the group and is enrolling them. So the enroller gets the bonuses at the beginning of the commission, of the person's membership at the end of it. The sponsor is the person who is directly above the new member, and they earn the unilevel commission. So the sponsor usually is the same person as the enroller. So say if Rachel enrolls Beth, then and maybe she wants to put Beth under someone else because there might be some connection that Beth makes with someone else already in Rachel's team. That would be the only, if you wanted to make the sponsor a different person than the enroller, then you would put them under someone else. Did I explain that right? I feel like it is.
Well, yeah, I think you did. I mean, a lot of time, in the beginning, when you're first sharing, chances are you're going to put everybody front line to you. Everybody's going to be on your level 1.
The enroller is usually always the sponsor in the beginning.
Yeah. So when you are on the sign-up page, you're going to put your number in both the enroller and the sponsor box. However, you may meet somebody that, in talking to them, you realize, they also know this other person you've already enrolled. Or you just get a feeling that, I think they would really get along. I think those two, those two people would really, I think, click. So in those cases, it's nice to kind of put them together on the same team, and then they can get excited together, they can share together, and, that's the beginning of a leg when you do that. Another situation, yeah?
I was going to say, if someone has a similar issue that they can be helping with, so say, someone on my team is a mom working with children who are on the spectrum, and I meet someone else who her children also have ASD, and I'd like to connect them to. So I'm the enroller, but I want that person under my team that has the community of children or moms who have children who are on the spectrum, and they can support each other better.
Yeah, and I've done that often with team members who say have doggies, and so I often put the dog lovers in so that they can work together in helping their animals. So, okay, so I think that's pretty clear, hopefully. And it's also important as you have team members who are really working hard and they're sharing and they're wanting to build. It's nice to kind of reward them and help them by giving them people on their team. And I like to give my team members, new members, when I see that they do a really good job with follow-up, they really support their team, they really stay in communication, and so I like to really plug people into those teams because I know those people will be taken care of. And as we get bigger, and I've got like 700 people in my group now, I can't possibly support and help every last single person on my team, so I like to make sure people are taken care of by putting them on teams that I know are doing really good follow-up work. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about how we are paid by Young Living for sharing. And this newest compensation plan is excellent. It's the best one we've ever had. I've had I think since I've been with Young Living, this is, I think, the third compensation plan. So this one is by far the best. So let's just talk a little bit about our business overhead. So this is what I mean by business overhead. If you're wanting to build a successful Young Living business, there's a minimum that you need to spend every month. Think of that as your business overhead. And you need to maintain 50 PV. That's product value. That's your personal volume. You need to have spent a minimum of 50 PV in order to get paid the upfront enroller bonuses that you earn from Young Living in that same month. And we'll talk about those a little more later. You need to have a minimum of 100 PV in order to get paid on the unilevel and some of the other bonuses that Young Living offers. And you need to maintain this 100 PV in the same month, okay? Now, this on the bottom of the slide is something that's very important. When you're building a Young Living business, you are able to take 100 PV off your essential rewards. That is a business write-off off of your taxes. Because that's considered a business expense. That's the amount that the IRS considers is a business expense for building a business. Anything less than that is considered a hobby, and you need to maintain that all 12 months of the year. So anybody who's serious about this needs to spend a minimum of 100 PV. But, Young Living in this new compensation plan has made it very easy for people starting out. To get those paid those really nice upfront enroller bonuses with only 50. So I thought that was a really nice change in the compensation plan. Okay. So now let's talk a little bit about these bonuses. So of course there's the Start Living bonus. That's a one-time $25 bonus when you enroll one of your new people with one of the premium starter kits. Okay, so that's just a one-time bonus in the first month. Now this is important. Let's say, and I've had this happen before. I've had this happen where somebody enrolled, but they didn't finish their order in that first month. Okay, let's say Sally signed up in May, she got distracted, she never finished her order. and she didn't place her order for a premium starter kit until June. That bonus is gone. You do not get that bonus unless they actually place the order for the premium starter kit in the same month that they open their account. Okay?
Yeah, and
sometimes
the incentive is for the premium starter kit, because that really is, Young Living gives us a gift with that kit. I mean, it is such a great deal at $150 to get that kit that really retails over $300. And they know that when someone gets that kit, they're really getting a great opportunity to experience many of the oils, to know which ones are right for them, and to have the tools that they need to really, they have the roller fitment, the diffuser. So they give you that bonus to when someone signs up with the premium starter kit, because it really is the best way to for them to experience the oils in the beginning.
Yeah, that is really important. I don't know how many times I've started somebody off and they just didn't want to get all those oils, which is hard to believe, but they just wanted the basic kit. And usually, that's as far as it goes, because they really haven't experienced the oils, and they haven't really experienced any of the miracles that happen when you start using all those different oils in that kit. So, and it's such a great deal, and especially now that they added oils and they added the diffuser, it's like a no-brainer. Then there's the Fast Start bonus, and this is a great bonus. This really incentivizes one for doing good follow-up and getting people a really good start with oils and Young Living products. This is the bonus where the enroller earns 25% on the PV of this new person for the first 3 months. First 3 calendar months. So this is and you earn up to $200 each on your newly enrolled distributor on their orders for the first 3 months. And then when they turn around, your person you just enrolled shares with somebody and they sign somebody up, you also earn 10% on their orders. So this is a really good incentive for really supporting your people in not only using the products, but in sharing them right away. So you get that 10%, up to $80 each for each newly enrolled distributor for their first 3 months. So that rewards us for going and supporting somebody in their first party and their first event.
Yeah,
and really help
calendar month. So if they sign up today with the end of August, August is their first month. And then, so you'll get 20, if you sign up someone in today, you earn 25% of their PV that they spend in August, September, and October. So even though it's the end of August, it's still the first calendar month.
That's a very good point. So, the best time to schedule a party is any time. But actually, doing your events at the beginning of the month gives you 1 month to work with. So, okay. All right. So, for the unilevel, you must maintain 100 PV. And Jen, would you explain what the unilevel means?
Yeah, so the unilevel commission is what you get paid percentage-wise on each level in your organization. So your first level is the people who are closest to you, right? They're the people that you sponsor directly, and you're earning 8% of what their PV that they spend that month. Then as it gets deeper, as the levels go down, you're going to be paid less percentage, and but it's still pretty significant considering what other relationship marketing companies pay out. So we get 5% of the PV in level 2 and 4% on level 3, and it even goes down to level 5, the unilevel commission. So you'll get 4% on level 4 and 4% on level 5 as your organization gets deeper. Now,
the 8% on the level 1 starts after basically month number 4, because remember, your you get the fast start bonus if you enroll them. So you get 25% for the first 3 months, and then it goes down to 8%. Now, if you enroll somebody and you make somebody on your team the sponsor, explain, Jen, how much they get for those first 3 months.
Yeah, so because you're basically double dipping, you're getting the enrollers getting the enroller bonuses, and then the sponsors getting the unilevel commission. So you're double dipping into the same PV basically. So the unilevel commission is only paid out 70%. So you calculate 8% of the PV, and then you calculate 70% of that amount. And that's what they get paid the sponsor gets paid during the first 3 months. After that, then it's the regular 8%. There's no more double dipping because the enroller bonus is ended.
So explain that again, Jen.
Okay.
The sponsor gets 8% of 70%. Is that it?
The sponsor gets 8% because that's what the unilevel commission is. If the person's level 1 to them, right? But because during the first 3 months, because the enroller is getting the enroller bonuses, the unilevel commission is only 70%. It gets decreased by 30%. So if the unilevel commission was $10, now it's only going to be $7. $7.
So it's actually like 70% of 8%.
It's the opposite. I'm sorry. It's the opposite. It's $3. You get 30% of it gets decreased by 70%.
Oh, so they get 30% of 8%. You get it?
Yeah. So it's during the first 3 months, it's pretty insignificant, the unilevel commission, but the enrollers who get those bonuses after the first 3 months, then you don't need to worry about 70% of 8%, 30%. Like it's a lot.
You get all the 8%.
Yeah.
Well, that really provides incentive for the sponsor to really connect with that person and build a relationship so that this person is more than a one-time order, you know, so that, they continue really enjoying Young Living. And that's where the incentive is.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, as Jen said, this works by the calendar month. So you are paid on whatever activity you have from the beginning of the month to the end of the month, but you're not paid on that till the following month. So whatever you do in January, you get paid on basically the third Thursday of the month, somewhere around there. Okay, so the third week on a Thursday is when they usually get posted. Okay, so that's how that works, and that kind of makes it really simple. Okay, all right. So Jen, I want you to explain this, since you're the math person.
Okay. So
extraordinaire.
Okay, so let's take an example where I enrolled and sponsored a new member who started with a premium starter kit, okay? And exactly how much will I get paid? So if I spend less than 50 PV during that same month that I enrolled and sponsored a new member with the premium starter kit, I will get paid nothing if my PV is less than 50. So it's very important to make sure that your PV is over 50. If I have a PV between 50 and 100, I'm going to earn $48. And then if my PV is 100 or more, I will then earn $52.40. So you can see how you get that once you get the 100 PV, you get the enroller bonuses and the unilevel commission. It increases your paycheck from $48 to $52.40.
On just that one person.
That one person that just bought the one starter kit, which is 100 PV for their starter kit. So it changes it a little bit, If you're placing that 100 PV order anyway, you will see a significant jump up to $52.40.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I love that Young Living is really providing us incentive for teamwork. So now they are, and this is a new piece in this new compensation plan. So when your teammate enrolls a new member, you earn 10% bonus on their PV for the first 3 calendar months. Their new person, and that's really, really nice. So it's important that, of course, that as you're sharing and growing, and people are placing, orders, that it's very important to maintain your PV of 100 or greater in the same month that you have all that action in your organization. Very, very important, so that you don't miss out on it. Okay? And it's very important as a leader that you keep an eye on the activity in your downline viewer, because a lot of times people aren't really on top of it. And I know Jen and I are always noticing people who didn't place their orders, and yet they had a lot of orders underneath them, and they're really missing out. So we're calling people, that last week of the month. So that, because I really hate to see money left on the table.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like Young Living is paying for your order. Okay. Central Rewards is such a great program. It's really our monthly auto-ship loyalty program for repetitive, consecutive orders, monthly orders. And it's really the best way to place 100 PV order each month, so that you make sure to earn your full commissions. It's, as I said, it's deductible. It's a tax write-off on Essential Rewards. So every tax season, $1,200 right off the top gets deducted, and that's so you're being basically your toothpaste and your shampoo and your supplements and your oils up to $100 each month is deductible on your taxes. Essential Rewards, of course, is extremely helpful for heavy items because they have discounted shipping rates. So like your bottles of Ningxia and your Thieves household cleaner and all that stuff, I make sure to put those on my Essential Rewards orders because the shipping is really reduced. And one of the best things about Essential Rewards is that you earn points redeemable for free products. I just redeemed Essential Rewards points today. I had like 236 points saved up, and I got all kinds of free stuff. It was so great. I just love it. I mean, and that's where I get basically all my shampoo and my soap and all those taxable items I use my points for, because you save not only the price of the article, but you're not paying tax on it either. So it's fantastic.
Yeah, the points don't expire until a year later, so you have time to accumulate them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's usually a good idea to save up your points until you have enough to place an order, because you do pay for the shipping on those orders. So I usually wait till...
It'll probably change, Peggy, because we're going to be able to redeem, when the new website gets launched, we're going to be able to redeem those points on any orders. So
everything will change, but we don't have it yet. So right now, we got to call in. Yeah, for right now. And we're going to have a webinar when the new website, we can't wait. But anyway, this is how it is right now. Essential Rewards also has discounted packs that groups multiple products together, which really saves money. So, like, you can get your Thieves Essential Rewards pack. You get all the Thieves products at reduced rate. Yep, the art, skincare. I mean, there's a lot of great perks at that. And also, one of the best things for those of us who bemoan the fact that things are out of stock is they will give first dibs items to people who are on Essential Rewards. So I often have items on my Essential Rewards order that are out of stock. Like Thyromin was out of stock. I had it on my Essential Rewards. I got my Thyromin or my Inner Defense or whatever. So that's a real good benefit, especially these days. Okay? So the first 6 months that you're on Essential Rewards, you earn 10% in points. So if you place a $100 order, you earn 10 points for that month, and that just accumulates. And when in the current website, when you log into your virtual office, you'll see it on the right-hand corner there, how many points you have on Essential Rewards. Now, after you've been on for Essential Rewards for 6 months, and you earn, that percentage goes up. You start earning 15% in points in Essential Rewards on the program. Then after month 13, after you've been on the program for a year and a month, that percentage goes up to 20%, and that's like amazing.
Yeah.
So you get like a fifth of your order in free stuff.
Yeah, and 1 point is equal to $1 when you're spending it on products.
That's right. And and you can only redeem your points on items that their PV matches the actual price. Right? So there are certain items that the PV doesn't match, so like rose oil or Melissa oil or, certain other things. Yeah, exactly. So that's the only thing about that. Okay. So next, shares. Oh, Jen, I want you to share about the shares. This is such a benefit for those of you who are stars, senior stars, and executives. This provides the foundation for silver. If you build the structure, this provides the foundation for silver and all the upper ranks. And this is such a great thing.
Yeah.
So this is called the Rising Star Team Bonus. So explain the shares to us.
So first of all, we're going to talk about what a share is worth. So when you earn a share, it varies per month. It depends how much Young Living earned that month in total commission. But lately it's been ranging in between $45, $48 in the upper 40s per share. And what they do is they calculate 1% of the total commission for that month, and they divide it among all the total shares that were earned during that month. And that's how they come up with the number. And so there's different ways that you can, there's specific ways, I should say, on how you earn your shares. And that's what we're going to talk about. But before I flip the slide, I just want to go over quickly. We all remember what we talked about earlier in this presentation. We have legs, right, and we have levels, okay? And that's how we're going to talk about the different structures right now. So qualifications for one share. The shares are earned to members who are stars, senior stars, and executives in Young Living. And you have to be on Essential Rewards, and you have to have an order of at least 100 PV. The order has to be placed on your Essential Rewards orders. So, and that has to be during the corresponding month. You're then going to build 3 legs of at least 300 OGV each, where the level 1 person is also on Essential Rewards and placing a 100 PV order on Essential Rewards. So that
or larger. And they could even place a 300 PV order, and that would be enough to qualify you for that one leg.
Yes. Okay. So this is going to be put in. Okay. So this may help. This diagram may help better explain this. So Rachel is on Essential Rewards, and she has an order of 100 PV, and she has 3 legs. So Julie, Beth, and Catherine are all level 1 to Rachel, and all 3 of them are on Essential Rewards with their 100 PV, and they have an organization value. Either either Julie, Beth, and Catherine each placed an order of 300 OGV, or their organization has a total OGV of 300. So maybe Julie, Jen, and Joyce together, all their orders were a minimum of 300, so that Julie's OGV was 300 that month. And then Beth, or more. And then Beth and Brenda, then they placed orders that made Beth's OGV at least 300. And then Catherine, Christine, and Cindy, with Catherine on Essential Rewards placing her order of at least 100 PV, and her organization group value is at least 300 OGV. So you see Rachel has her 3 legs there with at least 300 OGV. If anyone has any questions, I know this is sometimes a lot for people to digest, but you can put it in the chat box. So I'm going to get the next one. Qualifications. Then you can, after you earn 1 share, you can then qualify to earn 3 shares. So let's put that slide up now. I'm having a hard time finding it. Okay. So in order to earn 3 shares, you must have an Essential Rewards order of at least 100 PV, just like last time when you earned 1 share. And you need to build 3 legs of at least 300 OGV, each where the level 1 person placed an order of 100 or more PV. And then you need to build an additional 2 legs where the organization group volume is at least 500 OGV. And then also the level 1 person of each leg is on Essential Rewards and places at least. So I'm getting very repetitive here. You see there is a trend to this, right? Okay.
Yep, it's the pattern.
Yeah.
So basically, at this point, you have 5 legs. 3 of 300 and 2 of 500. Okay?
Yep. And I'm having a hard
time
finding my diagram right now. But this is on slide number 23, if anyone got to be able to download the PowerPoint presentation from Facebook. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump off and on real quick. You want to continue about qualifications for 3 shares? Or maybe I shouldn't jump off and on. I don't know if it'll end it.
No, that's okay. I can do that. So, okay. So, again, the qualifications for 3 shares, you have the 3 legs of 300 OGV. You have 2 additional legs, each which did 500 OGV. So that would be Faith and Emily, who are both on 100 PV, had a 100 PV order on Essential Rewards, and them plus their group or their team did a total of at least 500 OG, and that qualifies you for 3 shares. So if the shares are just a little under $50, that's just a little under $150 for the shares. So there's some nice benefit to this program while you're working your way towards silver. Okay, and then the most shares you can earn is 5 shares, and so you have the 3 legs of 300, you have the 2 legs of 500, and then you just need to build 2 additional legs of at least 1,000 OGV each, where the level 1 person of each leg placed an order of at least, again, 100 PV on Essential Rewards. So those 2 people have a team that did at least $1,000 of volume that particular month. And, at that point, that they've got to be executive at least. And so with this program, you are qualified to earn these shares for a total of 2 years. And by then, there's no way you wouldn't be silver. So it's just a nice way. They kind of loaded the compensation plan to be much more lucrative for those people starting out, which is far better than the compensation plan that was in place when I was an executive for like a gazillion years. So it's a really, really good thing, and it gives you all the foundation for silver, gold, platinum, and on. So that's really, really good. Okay, so it looks like Jen's having a little hard time with the presentation, but I did post the PowerPoint and the outline for tonight's class on the Happy Oilers, so you just download that and save that on your computer. Okay, so let's take a look at the Happy Oilers Club family tree. So I started the Happy Oilers quite a number of years ago as a study club that met in my living room. The idea of this club was to basically provide a forum for people to learn. I kind of designed it like a book club so that we would meet every month and just get out our EDRs and share our experiences and testimonials with the oils and learn together. And it was fun. And it started out with just a few people, and it's just grown and grown and grown. And now we have at least, last time I checked, at least 700 people in my team. So that's really interesting how that's kind of taken off, and it's just a wonderful community where we just share and we support each other in healing and in sharing the oils all around the world at this point. So. So you see in the family tree here on the bottom, there's the Happy Oilers Club, there I am. Now, this is just an example. We use real names, but obviously we have a gazillion more legs going every which way. So, and in fact, Jen is not frontline to me. Jen was introduced to the oils by Vanessa, so Vanessa really should be there between me and Jen. But this is just an example. And then Jen is one of my legs, and you can see here she has Stacy's one of her legs, frontline to her. Jackie's one of her legs, frontline to her. Rachel, and then Lori, who introduced Roberto. Okay, so there's Jen has there 4 of her legs represented. Then, of course, I shared the oils with Lenore, who shared with a whole bunch of people. She's one of my big legs. She shared with Carol. Carol shared with Becky. And that's kind of, it's really like a tree. And then I shared, one of the first persons I shared with early on was my sister-in-law, Elizabeth, who's married to my brother, and she shared with a ton of people, and she's got a number of legs. Lisa's one of her main legs. Lisa shared with people, and I didn't really have room there to fit them all in. And then actually I shared with Chris, who then shared with Nicole. So Nicole's not frontline to me either, and then she shared with Tammy. But anyway, it just kind of shows the network of people and how it just kind of grows and spreads really like a tree. And it's very, very important, I think, when you share with people, to really hook them into the network of the Happy Oilers. The HappyOilersClub.com website we created as a very easy place to just point people to for references and for learning, even simple things like how to sign up. It has step-by-step instructions. Jen has made some beautiful documents that you can download and print out, personalized. So just all kinds of tools to help you in your journey of healing and in sharing the oils. And also our Happy Oilers Club Facebook page is a great way. It's an online community, a way to share with people who are all around the world.
and really hook them in, plug them into the energy. So, Jen, it sounds like you're on again.
Yeah, I'm here. I just wanted to show this also because I want to show how, if you're watching this presentation, hopefully this tree will give you an idea how you're connected to the Happy Oilers Club. And, you may not be enrolled directly by me or Peggy, but you are part of the Happy Oilers Club. And if you're within our network. And you don't have to recreate the wheel, per se. And you can use our website, and if there's anything you want to put on our website, let us know, contact us if there's something that you would like to see there, or if you have something that you would like to add to the website. We're always looking for people to be guest bloggers. So this is a community, and we want you part of it, and we want you to help, step in that lead role of leading the people that you're sharing with. So that, there's great ways that you can be a part of the Happy Oilers Club. If you have any events going on, we can put them on our events page at the Happy Oilers Club. So you can just refer people to our website, and we'll plug it in there, and they can find your information there. Once you get to Senior Star, we do feature people on our About Us page. When you're a Senior Star, so that means that your OGV for your group volume is 2,000 a minimum. And so we really acknowledge and we recognize our leaders there. And even if you're not Senior Star yet and you have something to add, just email us there or email us directly, and we'd be happy to have you, participate in that leadership role at the Happy Oilers Club.
Absolutely, and also post your events on the Happy Oilers Club Facebook page. That's a very, so there's two places to post your events, and I really encourage the leaders who have, to really utilize those two. They're already there for your use. This is not my personal website. This is not Jen's this is our website, our whole team's website. So that's really, really important. We've done a lot of work to make it easier for you. Like Jen said, do not recreate the wheel. Okay.
Great.
Okay, well, thank you, Jen. This is a beautiful PowerPoint. Jen put this together, and I tweaked it a little bit here and there. Anyway, it's really great. And thank you for joining us tonight. We have a really good webinar tomorrow night at the same time, 8:30. We're going to be learning leadership skills that are absolutely required for growing a successful Young Living team. So this is more, that webinar is more the personal growth part that's essential for anyone being successful, whether it's building a network of happy Oilers or just having a successful life. These are really skills for life. So I think that's going to be a really good webinar.
And I know a lot of the skills you're going to be talking about is what we learned at the most recent brand convention. And we learned a lot of great leadership tools and listening from other great leaders in Young Living who are rocking and rolling. So we want to continue to share that with our team, what we brought back from convention.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, thanks, Jen. Thanks, everybody, for joining us.
All right. Bye-bye. See you soon.